Hi everyone. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. How is everyone doing? Hi Prabhakaran. Hi Mahalingam. Hi Dayalan. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Guys, are you able to hear me? If yes, do let me know in the chat, okay? And thanks everyone for joining in. So guys, let's start the analysis of BTC. So you can see, guys, yesterday the markets were quite volatile. I mean, at the start, what we saw is the prices sort of giving an up move, okay. But later on, what you see is the markets turned sideways, okay. So you can see from here. So market, I mean BTC, majorly it gave a move till around 72,000, and from 72 around it has rejected and it has come back to 69,500, right? So there has been a lot of volatility which is observed in the prices, and this is not only true for BTC, it is true for all the other coins. Hyperliquid looks good. It tried to bounce off from here, you can see. So Hyperliquid, it went up all the way to 35.2, and then it bounced. It basically rejected. It tested the 33.9 zone again, and then it again went back up to around 35 in the last 4 hours candle, right? So Hyperliquid structure is good, not bad. And if you look at coins like Solana, if you look at coins like BNB, so again, more or less, market is giving us a sideways vibe. Okay, sideways vibe as in each time the market tries to go upwards, it gets rejected. I mean, the price rejects from a resistance, and then it comes back to another. I mean, a level which is again within the range, right? So even with Ethereum, you can see what has happened. So Ethereum almost went to 2080, and then from 2080 it bounced off. I mean, it rejected and it came back to 2016, right? So let's do a complete market analysis. So total crypto market cap, total one, I mean total. Let's have a look at total crypto market cap. So you can see total crypto market cap rejecting its 4 hour 200 exponential moving average, 200 EMA, and even on daily time frame it looks kind of sideways. So guys, you can see markets actually created a very, narrow range consolidation. This is what we call as a narrow range consolidation, guys. So the markets, it corrected, the markets have corrected, and now it has formed some sort of a very narrow, range of consolidation. And guys, remember, whenever this happens, it doesn't end that well. Okay, so first of all, it is very much clear that the market is not heading upwards from here. I mean, it's struggling. Okay, the market is struggling to head upwards from this particular zone, and even the institutional data reflects that. Even when the markets are trying to go up, the long short data of whales versus that of retail is divergent, which it means that, even after the markets are trying hard to push upwards, there is still a lot of uh, whales who are short on the markets. Okay, and that is why each time it tries to go up, it comes back. Now that is the technical analysis of the current situation. Okay, but if I were to talk about things fundamentally, so you can see, I just want to ask one thing: how many of you are from Bangalore? Is there anyone in this call who are from Bangalore? So even if you are not, or you might be from Bangalore, but you must have heard of what has happened over there, right? I mean, there is a shortage of LPG, and most of the restaurants, most of the hotels are operating on wood powered stoves, right? So that is the problem, right? So there is a global shortage of oil. Okay, and India is definitely facing that. Okay, and that is thanks to Iran Israel war. So Russia did promise you India to, of course, get their oil shipped here on a commercial basis, but still then India is facing problems, right? And this is not only with India. India still is placed better. If you look at the neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Pakistan, so the conditions over there is terrible. Okay, all thanks to the lack of resources to fund a war. Is this clear? All right. So, what we understood was a macroeconomic plus technical analysis of the markets. So, what's likely going to happen? This is the question. This range that I marked, right? If it breaks down at any cost, then again there will be a strong phase of selling. Not one, not two, but at least a week of strong selling. Okay. All right, so if it breaks down, then it will fall for sure. And what I see as a target is total crypto market cap reaching $2 trillion mark. Okay. So it can very well touch $2 trillion if it closes below $2.2 trillion. I mean, 2.2 is almost near its bottom, the range bottom. Okay. And this breakdown can happen anytime soon. If this happens, definitely do short the market, guys. All right. So hopefully this is clear, guys. So definitely my piece of advice would be, do not miss out this particular breakdown. It is going to be very powerful, and it is going to give us a lot of, you know, trade opportunities. Okay. If there is a breakdown, then this will be what we are talking about. Next scenario. If the things turn better, then what might happen? See, in that case, we might get a closing above $2.4 trillion. Okay. And that is also quite good. I mean, $2.4 trillion is a good zone above which, if the market closes, there should be some momentum in the charts. But still, we have to be very much careful because, as I told you, the situation globally is not that great. Okay. It's not too great, simply. Okay. So let's also have a look at our PAX Gold token. So PAX Gold, as you can see, you must be aware it's tradable on Giottus. We have the PAX Z token. Okay, and here on 15 minutes time frame, there is a clear sort of uptrend which can be observed. I mean, you can see from here till here, there is an uptrending price action which sort of ended up with a sideways move, but this is also quite good. This is a good contract to actually look at. If the markets are led by the war, then also gold is led by the war, right? Mm. All right. So this is the current analysis for the PAX Gold token. Also, if you look at Dow Jones, right, which is the US market. So US market currently just, corrected by a decent amount, right? So US market, all, I mean, it corrected by almost 5 to 6% from its recent all-time high, which is not bad, which is decent, right? So overall, what we can understand is, see, the global markets are definitely not in good shape. Okay. And the reason is quite simple, guys. The kind of war situation that currently persists in the Middle East is definitely something that can create short term and long term problems both. We are lucky that we are in India because we are safe. We don't see missiles hitting our buildings every day. That is one good thing. But the bad thing is the markets are bleeding. I mean, some markets aren't. but they can actually correct at any point of time if there is a big shift in the economic terms. Okay, because you know, right, if it is crypto starting to move, then it moves like crazy. Okay, so that small zone that I just marked recently on Ethereum, that is everything. So if this range breaks out, superb. If this range breaks down, then ETH might end up at maybe 1600 this time. Okay, because each time there is a breakdown of such a range, the movements aren't small. 25, 20 to 25% is not a big deal. Often falls in just one day. That is the thing. Okay, and apart from that, uh hyper liquid is looking good. Okay, so till the time ETH BTC doesn't crash, we can keep an eyes we can keep our eyes on hyperliquid. If it closes above perhaps the day high, which is 35.5. So if it closes above 35.5, if it breaks out this range, then the move on the upper side will be quite smooth, and definitely we can keep an eye on this. Hope this is clear. Hope this is very much clear, guys. Also, guys, just keep in mind, those who are watching the stream, just trade on Giottus with 1,000 rupees, okay, and that to a 10x leverage, and you can get a reward of 500 rupees. Okay, so guys, let's do one thing. Let's plan a short trade. Okay, so I'll just go to futures. So hope you can see the tab. I'll go to futures, and then I'll place a short. Okay, sort of a big short. So short, and the price, just for me to actually pass on and enter with a market order, what I'll do is I'll just price in 2015. My position size can be for $350. Okay, all right. So now you can see I have this. Okay, take profit and stop loss is required. They're saying so 1700 TP and 2290 is the stop loss. Okay, you can see the trade has now been passed and it is actually open. All right, so that's done. Okay, and as I said, guys, this is sort of a pre-assumption that the market might break down and eventually go down. Okay, this is what I see in the chart, and this is what might just happen. Meanwhile, this is hyper liquid, as I just said. It is also looking good. It's just that we have to wait. We have to actually wait for price to go up. So overall, I am bearish on the markets even now, bullish on hyperliquid. Okay, and that's majorly the end of the conversation. Okay, there is another coin. Let's have a look at it, which is Zcash, which I think a lot of people also ask while watching the session. So this is also sort of in a continuous downtrend, not a lot of momentum. It's just that, you know, price sometimes just sort of bounces from an intermediate zone and again follows the downtrend. Okay. So I recommend everyone using this exponential moving averages, this white and yellow lines on whatever time frame, and they work pretty well. You can see how price is able to remain below it. All right. So hopefully all these things are clear, guys. I hope I was able to give a proper sort of update. Okay, the signal, the signal is the Ethereum signal. Okay, you can place a small amount in short with a 5 to 6% stop loss and a 5 to 6% target. All right, all right. Hope this is clear. So, guys, this weekend we will be having a basic futures session. Okay, so I'll be one of the teachers. There will be another teacher who will be covering the Tamil session. Okay, so do not miss that out, guys. Okay, I really want to talk to everyone. Those who want to have a conversation on a one-to-one basis, do not miss that out. It will be at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Okay. And with that said, I think it is good for us to close the session, and it is very clear what the market is trying to do. Okay, and based on that, we can act accordingly. Okay, so overall, what I see is a bearish move from here. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and see you all tomorrow at 11:30 again. Do not miss it. Okay. And with that said, goodbye. Have a nice day, guys. Okay. Thank you. 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 Thank you.